Yeah.
How's everybody feeling tonight? Come on, I said, how's everybody feeling tonight? All right, now, in case you haven't noticed, I am not David Clark. That's right, that's true. However, I am from Hicksville, so I'm allowed to play Billy Joel songs. David's not feeling good, so I'm just taking over. I took one piano lesson, so we're good. All right. You guys with me? You ready? Yeah. Angry Young Man, right? You guys ready? Angry Young Man? Here we go. Only you can make me wear a Yankee hat. What's today's date? Let's go next!
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Walker. Our favorite, we love you.
Bear with me a second. Having technical issues that I'm going to fix right now. Hang on. I was just like, because I didn't have sound on. I didn't want people to think, oh, he's working without sound again. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, a Facebook page, a YouTube channel. Wherever you're watching from, we appreciate it. We ask that you share the link to this show on all your socials. Tell everybody you know about all the great shows here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. And if you're watching on Facebook and you want to stay there, that's great. We're just happy you're here. But if you want to join in today's conversations and hang out with us, hear your name read, hear your comments said, please join us on YouTube. That is where we monitor the comments. The Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. And boy, do we have some legends here today. Michael's back. Michael is back. Welcome back, my friend. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to be seen, I think.
Richie Byrne will be joining us somewhere between now and 11:30. He will be here. Your pal is starting already. How appropriate that Kaplan comes back on April Fool's Day. So that's, speaking of which, that was what the video was. On April 1st, 2016, I think. Wow, 10 years ago. At the Suffolk Theater in Riverhead, David Clark was performing. David Clark, a good friend of the show.
Not Clark 5.
Not Dave Clark 5. David Clark and his Billy Joel tribute show. He was performing at the Riverhead at the Suffolk Theater. It was April Fool's Day, so just before the show, him and some of the guys come out from backstage. I was sitting in the front row, and they come out from the back, and they come back here with it. Come back. I'm like, okay. I go running back. They're like, it's April Fool's. You got to go out and start the show. Tell them that David's sick. I'm like, oh, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what that video is.
That's funny.
Yeah, and I don't play piano. So that's what I said to everybody. I said, I don't play piano, but I'm from Hicksville, so that gives me the credit to play Billy Joel songs. And then I just started fumbling up, and then David came out.
Wow.
But the audience was just, yeah. It was fun.
I didn't think of a good April Fool's joke today.
A week before that show, Knock 'em Dead Comedy performed at the Suffolk Theater. We sold the place out. Okay?
Wow.
Now, I'm going to badmouth the Suffolk Theater. But the reason I'm doing it is because it's under different management now. Okay? So I'm not badmouthing the current Suffolk Theater because I'd like to get back there, honestly. But I would not go back there if the people that were running it at the time were still there. We sold it out. We worked out a deal with them. And we had a contract. But then I went to them and said, look, if this sells out, that's what it was. I was reading the contract, and I said to them, look, if we do better with tickets, because it was based on ticket sales and stuff as far as what I was getting. I said, if we get more tickets, I said, I'd like us to get a little bit more.
Sure.
We didn't change the contract. The guy and I made a handshake agreement, and I trusted this guy. I had actually met him several times before this, so I felt like I could trust him. I never heard anything bad about him. So we do the show. For some reason, to this day, I have no idea, they would not turn the sound up, and nobody could hear us. People were yelling, can't hear you! And I kept going to the guys at the soundboard because it was their in-house guys working the tech. And they said to me, I mean, this is throughout the show, I kept going there during the show. Turn the fucking sound up. We were under strict orders that we're not allowed to turn it past, wherever it was set. I was like, by who? Like the owner, who I never met. Which, it was strange. It's dinner theater. People placed their order. We were doing the show. We lost the audience because they couldn't hear us. It was awful. It was awful. As we're doing the show, we're trying our best. I tell the cast, fuck the stage. Let's get into the audience. Let's engage them. Let's try to bring them back.
Yeah.
But they're getting mad because, again, it's dinner theater. Dinner wasn't coming out. I think the show started at 7:30. They placed their orders right around that time. The show is going on and on. When people are hungry, they're mad.
Oh, yeah.
The show ended at 9:30. Then they brought the food out after the show. And it was cold. People were pissed. And, of course, so then we left that night. They didn't pay me. So now I was really mad. I went back a week later, and the guy goes, well, we got several complaints. I said, of course you did, because you didn't feed them. And then when you brought it out, it was cold. Oh, no, that's not what happened. I said, that's what happened. I was here. Yeah. I saw it. He didn't pay me the handshake agreement. He just paid me what was on the contract. I said, we sold this place out. Selling that place out, that's 2,000 people in that room. And, so I was like, I told him, I said, go fuck yourself.
That place holds 2,000 people?
That's what I was told.
Wow.
That's what I was told. And we sold it out. And, and this guy paid us dick. I told the guy, go fuck yourself.
But he's gone now.
He is gone now. I think his name was Dan. Yeah, he's gone now. So, I don't know. I've toyed with the idea of trying to get back in there. But anyway, so that was April Fool's. You didn't think of an April Fool's joke today?
No.
I did one this morning.
No, you did.
And I'm shocked at how many people fell for it. Do you know Les Deegan?
Les Deegan?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. He's a local comedian / actor.
Oh, no.
One of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life. Les has been in here a million times, and he's just a staple in the comedy acting world. He's always post, even when it's not April Fool's, he'll post stuff like, Les, I think he's around 70 somewhere, 71. So he does a lot of assisted living homes. Like he'll go there and put on a show where he does a little comedy, does some singing, some joking around. And he'll sometimes he'll post, the Les Deegan World Tour continues today as I'm performing at, this assisted living home or if like the name of the place is called, I don't know, Atlantic Homes. He'll say, the tour went down to Atlantic City. He'll post stuff like that. So today he posted something about some kind of joke about getting cast in some movie, a remake of The Witches of Eastwick. And he was going to play the old Jack Nicholson role, and Scarlett Johansson was going to be in it. It's obviously April Fool's. So I posted this morning that I've been cast to play Les Deegan in the movie Less is More, the Les Deegan story.
I did see that. And here I am thinking, wow, that's pretty cool.
Well, that's right. And I also wrote directed by Martin Scorsese.
Yes.
So I said, I'm very excited about this. This is going to be great. It's up to I think 50 to 100 comments. At least half of them are like, this is amazing, Tony. Way to go. I'm like, it's April Fool's. Some people are like, oh, I just looked at the calendar. This is funny. It's up to almost 200 likes. I'm like, this was a stupid April Fool's joke. And meanwhile, it's gotten traction. So I'm going to have to post at some point this, April Fool's. But,
you ever think, it's funny about April Fools. A lot of people, I think in today's world, I think people's heads are in the clouds. And they don't realize that last April 1st, Ava, she sends me this long text message, April 1st. And we were just starting to get close. And she writes, she sends me an audio message, and she's crying.
I think I remember this.
Yeah, she's crying. She goes, I'm sorry. I'm just so upset. I'm trying to get a hold of Mom, and Cole wants us to take a break. He's done, and they've been together 5 years.
I do remember that.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, Ava, I'm so sorry. What do you want us to do? You want us to come down there and this and that? She let it go for a few minutes, and then she was just like, April Fool's, fucko. Yeah, which was a good one because I like to see yours is hilarious, and now that because when I saw Martin Scorsese, I'm like,
Of
yeah,
course.
right, which was the great punchline. Because everyone, if you didn't put that in there, most people would have bought it. But most people bought it anyway.
Right.
I think people just heads are in the clouds. They're like, it's April 1st.
I think, to your point, I think people are so every second of the day is accounted for. Got to do this. Got to run over here. Got to take care of this. People don't have time to.
This morning,
relax.
now that I think about him, my buddy John, who I worked with at Huntington Highway,
Okay.
he texted me this morning. He went to Mohegan Sun, whatever. He goes, "Oh, I have some sad news. This guy that we used to work with sadly passed away from a heart attack. He was my age."
Wow.
So I'm thinking, is it an April Fool's joke? Because he had a lot of issues with, I don't want to, with substance abuse. So I'm thinking, and I almost wrote, "Are you fooling?"
I would have asked that.
Yeah.
Is this April Fool's?
Yeah.
Although that would be a weird thing to joke about.
Yeah, someone dying. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was real.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
And you knew, speaking of working for the town and issues like that, you knew my buddy Tom Verizon, right?
Tom Verizon, he worked in maintenance? No. General services?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. He's been dead a while.
He's been dead a while. I hope so. They buried him.
Exactly. But he's right. So you did know him.
I did know him.
Yeah. I think we had this conversation once.
He was, he did. When we were in the basement, they made it into an office, and he was one of the painters. And I remember thinking and watching him paint, and because by that time in his age, he was like he was kind of frail, and
I remember you telling me that, actually. Yeah.
and looking at him, I remember looking at him and saying, "Wow, this guy used to be a professional baseball player."
Yep. He was a Major League Baseball player for
and-
several years.
Yeah, and I don't want to dance on his grave, but I was like, wow, because he didn't age well.
Yeah.
He didn't age well for whatever,
I don't know if I'm talking out of turn here.
Yeah.
But he had some issues.
Yeah. And it was sad, actually.
Very sad because he had potential. He was a
had a lot.
tremendous shortstop.
Yes.
Tremendous.
He was.
His bat was weak, and then I think his issues kind of took over. But
Yeah,
he was a great player. I really enjoyed him. My cousin, Patty, who is also my godmother, she was close friends with Tom's sister. And she was in Patty's bridal party when Patty got married. I didn't even know who she was at the time. But I don't know if maybe they planned it that way. I don't know, but they told me afterwards. Like, that's Tom Verizon's sister. Holy crap.
yeah.
Patty used to get me, like, for birthdays and holidays, for gifts, she would get me. I had so many things signed by Tom Verizon.
Oh, you did?
I still have a baseball signed by him, but it's really faded. But, yeah, I
But
don't
he
know if
was
I
a
have
pretty
anything else.
big up-and-comer when he was young.
I think with Detroit, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Then
They drafted him, I believe.
He had some good years there. He had some good years with the Cubs. He did come to the Mets towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
And that was the closest I ever came to actually meeting him. I've never actually met him.
Oh, you never met him. And I met him just through the work.
Yeah. I went to a game that he was with the Mets, and I don't remember how or why, but we had really good seats. So I walked down to behind the dugout, and he's right there at the dugout playing, throwing catch with somebody. And I'm yelling, "Tom, Tom!" And I'm like, because I knew that because my cousin got me so many autographs that I knew if I told him who I was, he would know. So I'm like, "Tom, Tom!" And he at first he's giving me like one of these, still playing. I just wouldn't stop. So finally he stops playing. He just looks at me and goes, like I think I was annoying him.
Oh.
Goes back to playing catch. I'm waiting. He finishes and he just walks right into the dugout. I was like, son of a bitch. So yeah, never met him. I think he spent some years in Cleveland too, if I remember right. But
He bounced around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he bounced around. Well, I have something for you, and it's not an April Fool's joke. Remember, it's a little late, so I apologize in advance. Remember, I went down south for the holidays.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And I brought you. What did I brought you back a Bucky's
You did.
peanut butter cup,
Which was very nice of you.
and I did buy something else. And since we're renting, everything's in boxes and stuff. But I do have something for you that I bought at Buc-ee's for
Is that
you.
piss?
as well.
What is it?
It's not piss. It's because I know you like your bowel movements, and this is a refreshing room freshener.
Have you been watching the show the past week or so?
No.
All right. Well, I'll continue this conversation in a second. Let's.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I have to ask Mr. Kaplan a question. Does Mr. Kaplan have his headphones on?
I do. Are you not watching the
Okay.
camera?
Well, it's delayed.
What?
Oh,
See,
I'm
look,
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
delayed.
Okay.
Right the way you're fucking starting. Jesus Christ. Almighty. All right. Don't you know you've been in this show for years? Don't you know there's a delay?
Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Tomorrow, Mr. Kaplan, is a very significant day. Do you know what tomorrow is?
Tomorrow is Passover.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Yes.
I didn't think you were going to get that.
Really?
I'm very, very happy.
I did.
All right.
I did.
Yeah,
know,
because
yes.
because Jen is involved in your life.
Actually,
you had no idea.
no.
You had no idea if it was fucking Passover if Jen wasn't in your life.
Believe it or not, it's not Jen. It was her mother. Yeah, I was
Well,
talking to her
same
mother
difference,
yesterday.
okay, all
but I
right,
knew,
yeah.
but I always knew Passover was near Easter, I think. And she's Jewish, the mother. And I saw her yesterday, and I said, "Are you doing anything for Passover?" And I forgot that it was Seder, I believe the meal is, but they don't do
Yes,
anything.
it's a Seder. Yeah.
Seder. So it wasn't Jen; it was her mother. Thank you.
Well, it's always good to butter up the future mother-in-law. That's very important.
Yeah, you're not
You
marrying
gotta
the
go
person,
right
you're
up
marrying
her
the
ass
family. That's
before the wedding.
Yeah.
Right up her ass before the wedding. That's important. All right. So are you gonna have Seder?
No.
You're not gonna have Seder.
No.
Can I ask you why?
I'm not. I don't know.
Maybe the mother's waiting for you to invite her over for Seder.
No. We're having an Easter soiree.
Easter soiree.
Yeah.
I've never heard it referred to like that.
Soiree.
Soiree. But that's
So
not,
you know what I'm doing as we speak?
you're sucking an egg.
I am shredding horseradish for tomorrow's Seder.
You're having Seder tomorrow?
I'm invited to a Seder tomorrow.
Wow.
All right, my neighbors, of course, you know Florida. 90% of Florida are of Jewish faith,
Are you making?
and we have wonderful neighbors in my development. And they invited Dawn and I to Seder, and I volunteered of making the horseradish.
What goes on?
Which
Is it just going to have a meal, or is there more to it?
Well, they're Orthodox, all right. So it's a very first day of Passover is very somber. They say a lot of prayers. They eat special foods, all right, and they make holly bread and stuff. So it's a very, very
Are you making?
I don't want to call it patriotic, religious time.
I can't picture you praying.
A holiday.
I remember you and I, John, talking about potato pancakes quite often about Seder. Now,
latkes.
Thank you, latkes. So I'm assuming.
Yes.
Are you making the latkes with the horseradish? Please refresh me.
No, latkes. No, you don't make latkes. Do not go with horseradish. Latkes you have with applesauce and sour cream. The horseradish is for, and it's a significant religious thing. It's symbol for horseradish. But horseradish goes on the brisket.
Wow.
Their first meal is usually brisket or deco or cholent.
You're a bad Jew. You have no idea, do you?
Oh, forget it. He's not a Jew. Listen, we've gone. Him and I have gone through. Listen, all right. Ask him about the first time he had authentic Jewish food and soda.
Authentic Jewish food and soda?
And soda. That's right.
Do you know what he's talking about?
I do. I know exactly what he's talking about. The only thing I could say is when I was young, my Jewish grandmother, we used to do Hanukkah, and she would say the prayers in Yiddish, Hebrew, whatever. But I don't remember any food. I don't remember any Jewish food. But the first food I ever really had, real kosher food, was with him, from him. he got me from a delicatessen in Lake Grove. Cats. I forgot the name of it, John.
No, I think it was Ben's out on
Ben's.
Long Island. I don't think it
Ben's.
was Katz's.
It was in Lake Grove.
Katz's is not really Jewish. It's they serve Jewish food, but it's not really Jewish. It's not a glatt kosher deli.
Right.
I got you a glatt kosher deli. So I got you kosher varnishes,
Yeah,
okay, which you liked.
I did.
But Tony, tell Tony about the Jewish soda, and it's actually funny.
So well, I have to preface this. He was talking about this celery soda.
Celery
Yes.
soda.
Yeah, celery soda.
Sounds gross.
It sounds gross, and he kept on saying his old partner used to love it, right? And he used to say, "You're out of your fucking mind." Yeah, exactly. And so I go to his garage one night, and he's got a can there, and I'm like, "Oh, this is great. Let me take it." And he's looking at me very with hesitation, like he's gonna throw up or something. And I take a sip, and it was delicious.
Really?
I thought it was delicious.
So you took
It was very sweet. It's very sweet, but it's just sweet celery soda.
It just shows you how fucked up your friend is.
I wanted to-
Anybody that likes celery, it's called celery soda.
Celery.
Dr. Brown
Thank you.
soda.
Thank you.
Oh, so it's not
Yeah,
celery.
it's
It's not celery.
It's not celery, but
It
is,
celery soda,
It's
but
called
it is
celery.
celery.
But who
It's made out of celery.
who thought that? Let me make celery. Like who would think of this?
I have no idea.
That's gross.
It's not. I should bring one in to have you taste
Oh,
it.
absolutely not.
Let me tell you something. He loves it. That's how fucked up he is. He
Yeah,
loves
I
it.
thought it was
well,
great.
I'm sitting there in my garage and I'm looking at this guy, and he's sucking it down like it's fucking Pepsi.
Yeah, I take a sip
and
and,
he
I'm
goes,
like,
"Oh, this is really good."
wow, this is really good.
I should have thrown him out of the garage right then and there. I should have known he was fucked up. Anybody that likes celery soda, all right. And I hope Carolina is watching, because I would like her take on celery. I'm sure she knows it.
I'm
All right, we'll keep
interested
an eye
to
out
see
for her.
if she's ever had.
Yeah, she's not. I haven't seen her name, but we'll keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Brendan
Yeah.
Bird is there.
All right. Well, listen,
All right.
I'm very happy that you know about Passover.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm very happy. I'm sorry you're not going to a Seder. Did you ever go to a Seder, by the way?
No, I never did, John. We moved here when I was 6. No. All my Jewish family were in California, and my
All right.
my brothers
So
out
my
there living on
my
Park
last
Bench.
party, because you haven't been here in 2 weeks. We have a lot to catch up on. Tony announced that you had a death in the family.
I did.
And Tony said it was your cousin. Immediately, I thought it was Kathy,
Oh no,
and I
no.
got very upset.
Yeah, no,
All right,
it wasn't Kathy.
but it's not Kathy. It wasn't Kathy.
No, it was a second cousin. His name was Severio, and he was 68 years old.
Severio.
Severio, and yeah, he had throat cancer. He suffered for about 18 months with it. Yeah.
So you had a second cousin, and I heard you never. I never heard you talk about this guy. Never.
Well, I wasn't
All right.
close with him. Who I really was kind of close to was Severio's brother, Frankie. Frankie owns a fishing boat, which I think I spoke to you about in the past.
Frankie.
Yeah.
Frankie.
Yes.
He's
you
got
have.
a big fishing boat out in Mauritius, and it's his brother. It was his brother. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank
All
you.
right, but I was very concerned, and thank God it's not Kathy. So listen, Michael, as usual, I want you to go fuck yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Have a nice day.
John Rusciello checking in.
Boy.
Inside your SI.
Oh, I'm getting back to the spray. Nick Greystone, who was on the show yesterday, has been sending me audio of him dumping or farting. So the spray will definitely come in handy. That can't be it. There's definitely more.
Yeah, this is a beautiful thing. It smells very odd. That's fake.
That's not fake.
Well,
I'm telling you, I'm 12.
Oh God.
So, yeah. So this, I thought maybe you were watching, which is why you decided to bring that. You know, I hate when people text me about coming on to the show.
Huh?
Somebody's texting me right now about coming on the show.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you want to come on a show? Well, don't you know when the show is on then? If you want to be on it so bad, leave me alone. So, I like this. Beaver nuggets. Don't we all need beaver nuggets?
Yes,
don't
we do.
Yes.
That's one of the reasons I bought it, is from the name.
Of course, I'm thinking the Naked Gun. Hey, nice beaver. Thank you. I just had it stuffed. This is great. Now, who is that? Somebody's asked me to give him a call. Oh, it's about a show. All right. All right. She doesn't know I have a podcast, so she's clear. Have you tried this?
No, I just gave it a quick spritz when I bought it
Yeah.
in the store because I wanted to know what it smelled like, and it smells like
I didn't do it.
no stuffed beaver.
Create instant atmosphere in any room of your home. Highly concentrated for a rich burst of fragrance and a long-lasting scent. It sounds like my farts.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a rich burst of fragrance.
Well, I know you have a little case of gastrosis once in a while, and it would come in handy.
I wouldn't categorize it that way. It's God's gift. That's how I see it. But
God's gift.
absolutely. Farts are funny. They're the funniest things in the world. So they're a gift. They
So you
make us
think
laugh.
farts are the funniest thing in the world?
They're definitely top 3. I said it, and I say it every time we talk about farts in here. I am 12. Farts and burps still make me howl.
All right, so let me give you a little relationship thing. I was reading about relationships, and they say if you know you're in a really solid relationship is when you fart in front of each other.
And they can all verify that. I've said that in here a million times.
Oh, you have?
Nothing says I love you more than burping or farting in front of somebody because it shows how comfortable you are to do something like
Yes.
that in front of them.
Yeah.
I've been saying that for years. And I truly believe that.
Yeah. And don't you remember when we started 30 years ago, I couldn't even say the word fart. Remember?
I do remember
if
that.
it was in a script or something.
Yep, I do remember that.
I was.
And if somebody did it, you'd be all like flustered. You wouldn't know what to do with yourself.
Now, obviously, it doesn't matter, but
So go ahead. Do one for us now.
I don't have one.
I don't have one. Like it's something you could buy. Sorry, I didn't bring the farts
I
today,
didn't bring
so.
the farts today. No.
Well, thank you, pal.
The fart store was closed.
I'll definitely spray Lisa with some beaver
Yeah.
and see how she likes it. Yeah.
It's got a hint of, to me, speaking eloquently, to me, it has a hint of praline.
I don't know what that
and
is.
Caramel.
Oh, caramel. All right. Yeah, it kind of has a caramel coloring to it.
Yeah.
But what's praline? I don't even know what that is.
Praline is, I believe, is a nut.
See, I believe is a nut. See, you go out of your way to sound elegant, as you put it.
Eloquent.
Meanwhile, you don't even know what the word means.
You never heard of pralines and cream?
No.
It's an ice cream. I know you're a chocolate guy.
I've
like
never
me.
heard the word before, praline. I've never
Praline?
I've never even heard the word.
Praline.
That's what I said. Yeah, see? You can't even explain. You got to look it up.
Well, no, because I want to give you the exact definition.
Well, tell me what this means instead. Because I'm assuming you know what that is.
I took the picture.
I know you did. So explain it to me. What is it? What's going on here?
Praline is a nut. It's a confection made of nuts and sugar. You really want to know what that is?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, the white bird is for peace. But the
I got that.
the little boy.
Yeah, the whole scenario here. Where was this taken? What's going on with this little boy? What's happening here?
I was in Iraq.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Well, all right. Well, say something. You know what? Explain it anyway. I'm listening.
I was in Iraq and I was on a convoy and I was with my buddy Marty. He was driving a tractor trailer. I was in the passenger seat, and every time we would go out a wire of some sort of fob or a base in Iraq, there was always kids. There was always kids around. Yeah. And they always wanted food, so we would throw food. And for like 3 days in a row, I saw this little boy. He was always
No, keep going. We're all right.
He would. Hello.
Richie, Mike, Richie.
Hi, Richie.
Go ahead, keep going. Let me.
I would see this little boy, and he never really asked for food, even though like we threw Pop-Tarts or whatever food we had, and it just struck me. He was just standing there with a little wave, and I took his picture. And every once in a while, I took that picture in 2011 on a mission.
So, all right. So it's not a sad story like you bombed his house and his family died. And he was the only one left. There's nothing like that.
No.
All right. Good.
No. But he was there for like 3 or 4 days in a row.
Yeah.
That was like the second or third day I took the picture. And then one day I came out of this place called Camp Liberty, and he wasn't there. So I have no idea what happened.
Goodness.
But it's just a great reminder to me about my time there.
Well, it's interesting that we were talking about this because Richie is here.
Hi, Richie.
Which
Hi.
I'm very
Hi again.
excited about.
Me too.
Richie, which you'll identify with. Richie just wrote a play, the music to a play, about gay.
No, the lyrics and the story.
Well, when
Nobody
I
gets
said the
this
music.
right.
I said the music. I said,
But
just the lyrics, not the
my
actual
friend
music.
wrote the music.
Even though your friend, he left the play before it was.
No, the guy who played piano.
Oh! The guy
Yeah.
who wrote the script is the one who bailed out before it was finished.
Here's what
That's
happened.
frustrating, isn't it?
No, because I'm going through some shit with this right now.
Uh-oh.
My friend and this guy wrote 5 songs.
Right.
That's all they had.
okay.
And my friend wrote the music. This guy wrote the lyrics. And then that guy bailed. And I came in, started writing lyrics. Then I wrote the storyline. So for the last 4 years, I've been doing that.
Wow.
That's awesome. But yeah, but you all identify talking about being in the service in Iraq. It's about gay servicemen.
Okay.
So,
Well, yeah.
So we're gonna. I actually told him you should call it the Michael Kaplan story. So Richie is here.
So Steve Baranski wrote the music. Joe Trey wrote a few of the songs and then a few of the lyrics on songs, and then I wrote the rest.
So Joe is the one who left.
Yeah.
He doesn't count. He left. You wrote it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad you're here because we have not really talked. What was it? 2 weeks ago? I got to see this.
Yes. It was a week ago Sunday. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the show is out.
Well,
yeah.
it was. Well, what I saw
We did
was
a
more
showcase,
a showcase
type of thing. You're not allowed to like a sing. We had it was book in hand, so we had a reading and we sang through everything. Yeah.
Nice.
Which Mike and I, in all seriousness, we've done. We used to work with a theater troupe, where we did.
Okay, so
read, stand and read.
Yeah.
In fact, we used to get yelled at quite often for
Quite often.
goofing around. I just want to share one quick story. So yeah, there it is. Okay, so Newport that's the name of it. That was when we went. I went on the 22nd to see it, and I loved it. I'm just going to share one quick story with you, and then we're going to dive into Newport. Okay.
Thank
So,
you.
Yeah.
It's been a labor of love.
So we were doing a reading like that of It's a Wonderful Life. Okay. And the way it worked, like when you guys did it, if you weren't in the scene, you just sat there. But for us, we had strict instructions from the director. We had to just sit. Like we couldn't
no,
or look around. Like you were taking water. Like we couldn't even do that. We just had to sit and look straight.
Yeah.
And then we get up for our scene, we sit back down. So we were doing It's a Wonderful Life. Mike, which I've said it a million times, he was a fantastic Mr. Potter. And I'm assuming you know It's a Wonderful Life. Mm-hmm. So it's a scene where Mr. Potter offers George a bunch of money to come work for him. And they shake on it, and then George comes to his senses. You're a scurvy little spider, all that stuff. And so our director wanted George to say those lines, you're a scurvy little spider, and then storm out of the room. So we had an aisle. So we had 2 sections of seats with a middle aisle, basically, is what we had. So she wanted him to storm out. So he was going to storm out the center aisle. He was going to walk down the aisle and then walk out of the room. But he wasn't. His back wasn't facing the audience, but he wasn't fully sideways. No. His back was a little bit towards the audience. So he's yelling at Michael. scurvy little spider, or whatever the lines are, and he goes to storm out. Right there in the front row, in the center aisle, is a woman on a wheelchair. So he turns to walk out. He walks right into her. The wheelchair goes back like this. She comes like within an inch of hitting her head on the floor, but the actor's on top of her, like almost like they're banging. Like the whole place, it was almost like it was on springs. The wheelchair just comes back. He lands on his feet and he runs out. I'm sitting there. I'm looking straight ahead like I'm supposed to, but tears are just running down my face. I am laughing hysterically. His son,
who was like 9 at the time.
right, and another boy his age that was there with him.
Yeah.
They're boys. They're laughing their ass off, and they're right in front of me. So I'm supposed to be just, and here I am. I have these 2 boys laughing their asses off. I'm just the whole time, the rest of the show, and just crying. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. So, all right, I just wanted to share that.
My first professional production I was in Pennsylvania at a dinner theater. I did a summer. And it was a musical review. And we had this salute to Disney where we're all doing songs from Disney. And one of the songs was Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And there were 7 other actors in the show. And the 7 actors had signs in supercalifragilistic. And my job was to go out in the audience and get somebody to come up. And when the actors put the sign up, they'd go supercalifragilistic. And nobody ever wanted to come up. So it was all I could do to get people up because it was time with the music.
Right.
So one day I just grabbed this woman. I go, come on. I do that. I go, come on. And she goes, no, come on. And I go and she gets up. And as we're walking up, the actors all they're staring like, what the fuck is he doing? And I got this woman and I turn around. She has no arms.
Oh, shit.
That's the funniest thing I ever heard.
How'd you grab her?
Supposed to point at the
So you grabbed her by like here over here.
I was going to say, what'd you do? Grab her by the neck?
I grabbed her here.
Come on!
So, they thought, I almost got fired. They thought I did it on purpose. I'm like, I swear to God, I didn't do it on purpose. And she was a trooper. She was like
she was.
super
That is fantastic.
I'm gonna have a stroke.
Absolute true story. So I feel your pain.
Oh my God!
The very first time Paul Mercurio ever called into this show, he made a joke where he compared something to having one leg. And I said, Paul, do you know who you're talking to?
That's funny.
Oh, wow.
And then he was here. I think it was the last time he was here. This is pre-COVID, and he was here that night. And then I came to see him, and he called me up because he does that audience interactive show that he has.
Yeah.
Calling people up, and he called me. I said, this is actually the second time we talked today. He goes, all of a sudden it hit him. He goes, are you the one-legged guy that I called? And then I did the spin, But all right. So let's talk about Newport. You must be freaking thrilled, pal. I mean,
Yeah.
To finally do at least that much. I mean, I know you want to have a full-fledged play, but to do that much, like to see it finally come to life.
Yeah.
Like that must have been such a thrill.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. It really was. And I've never done anything like this before.
Right.
So I've been in theater my whole life, but I never wrote. I've written comedy.
Yeah.
But I've never. So all of a sudden I was like, hey, can you write a script? I'm like, I don't know. And people like, the script is good. I'm like, is it? Like,
yeah. It is.
So
It's good.
and that's been amazing.
What?
Yeah.
So first time doing this. What was there anything about it that you didn't see coming? Anything that surprised you about the whole process that you like? That something you never because you've written comedy, you've been an actor, you've been in showbiz. Warm up the whole works for 85 years.
I spent both. We did 2 shows. I spent both shows going. They're bored. And I'm in it, which makes it worse. So oh my God, they're so bored. Oh my God, and you're right. They're so bored. Look how bored they are. And after everybody came up, goes, wow, it moved quick. It moves really quick. I wasn't bored at all. And I'm like, that shocked me because all I was thinking was everybody in this place is hating this right now.
I agree. I was not bored at all.
The only thing I got. You know what I love about comedy is you don't have time to judge with your reaction in comedy. Like, how can I put this? Like my friend who I wrote it with, Steve Baranski, he's asking, "What'd you think? What'd you think? What'd you think?" And a couple of people, one guy actually said to him, I can't talk about this now." And I said, he wants to go home and process it. That's
Sure.
okay.
Yeah.
And he's like, "But I needed to." No. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm like, in any other art form, you can sit back and go, "Do I like that? Do I not like that?" With stand-up, you either laugh or you don't. There's no time to.
Yeah, true.
And I think that's the only art form that truly is true.
Yeah.
You can go, "Did I like that actor in that scene? Did I like that singer sing that song?" You can sit back and think, but with comedy, you either go, "Ha ha," or you don't.
That's interesting. Yeah. all right,
And it
never
only
thought of
dawned
that.
on me with this.
Right.
It only dawned on me with this.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you've
That's
been
really
doing this
cool.
a long time.
I've been doing comedy almost 40 years. I've been in theater since I'm 15. And I'm in this acting class and I had just done a scene in class the week before, and he ripped me apart, which is fine. It's his job. And but I thought about it. I thought, you can sit back and you can look at a painting and decide if you like it or not.
I do that with music. Something
look at
new
me and
comes
you with
out.
Now and Then. With
I was going to bring that up.
I sent you that thing.
Yes.
When the Beatles' last song, I said to him, "I don't like it."
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Did you watch the video?" I said, "No." And I watched the video. I go, "Oh my God, I love it."
Yeah.
But with laughter, you either laugh or you don't. That's it.
Wow.
That's
interesting.
You may walk
is
away and go, "I laughed, but it was offensive." That's on you now. You're in it. But your impulse was
right.
to laugh.
So do you?
And
but it's interesting that you thought they were bored, because as a guy that's been doing stand-up as long as you know how to read an audience. Like, you can say to yourself, "Okay, this bit isn't working. Let me do this
Yeah.
bit. They'll love this." So I'm surprised.
But I can't do that with this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm
I
surprised.
can't fix it if it's broken.
You can't fix it, but I thought that you'd be able to at least know how they're feeling.
No.
I'm surprised. To hear
Maybe
that.
if I wasn't in it, or maybe if I didn't write it.
Or maybe because it wasn't a comedy, and so they're not sitting there laughing all the time.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
All I can tell you is, because I've never performed. I performed in a million plays. I never performed in a play I wrote.
Yeah, right.
So
Wow.
it was so like naked. It was like, oh my God, being in it. Because at least if I'm not in it, I could go cower in the corner and I'll go in the
Right.
other room and cry
You
or
can
whatever.
leave, yeah.
But being in it's like, no. Oh, and by the way, you got to go sing this really hard song now. Okay, let me do that on top of everything else
Right.
that's going on. So that was interesting to me. Very interesting. And not fun.
Well, and that's funny you say that too, because to me that is part of the fun, like watching this thing grow and become something,
Yeah.
and that's all part of the process. That's
Yeah.
part of the challenge. I did see him when I got there.
And
I saw
I
him
really-
real quick, and I
it
said,
meant
"So
the
how you
world to me.
feeling?" And he goes, "I feel like I'm going to throw up."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay,"
Yeah.
and that was the whole conversation.
Yeah.
And I was like, "All right, I need to just."
I
let him
was
go.
really
Yeah.
a lot of comics came, which I was surprised by.
Yeah.
And I'm really flattered by that.
Me and Keegan didn't even talk about it.
Keegan left at intermission. Now
Yes, he did. That son of a bitch.
Fucking
Oh,
piece of shit.
who? Yeah, but that was a good thing for me. Who was the lady that ended up sitting in his seat? The blonde-haired producer.
I don't know, because he asked me the same thing.
She went to you during
Blonde or-
intermission.
it was Saren. It had to be Saren Rothberg.
Saren Roth. You know what? I might be friends with her on Facebook.
She's got Comedy Cures. Is she pretty?
Yes,
Pretty?
yes,
Yes, Saren.
And Comedy Cures. Yes,
Saren-
she's a breast cancer survivor.
Saren, right.
Yeah, me and her were talking about the whole cancer thing.
Yeah.
and we fell in love with each other. But I didn't know her name.
She and I used to do a radio show. It was her show. Really.
I think
was
she
her
said that.
sidekick. Yeah.
Yeah. She loved it.
She did.
She
I know.
loved
She
it.
did.
Yeah.
So
it meant
it's-
a lot to me too, because Saren will tell you the truth.
Okay. Good.
So she told. I knew Saren's not going to bullshit me, and she really did
Am I
like
allowed
it.
to ask about?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
So it's a musical.
It's based on a true story. In 1919, the naval base in Newport, Rhode Island, somebody got wind of the fact that there was an underground, seedy, gay community of sailors, and they went to the higher ups, which I apparently have to make more clear, and they went to the higher ups of the Navy and said, "This is going on, and this has to stop." And the higher ups said, "Okay, well, go do what do you want to do?" And the guy, he recruited 40 sailors, young, good-looking sailors, called them operatives. They went in, had sex with other men, did blow, did all that crap, and then reported back. And they ended up arresting like 17 sailors, I think, were arrested, and they didn't know what to do with them, and they were in jail for like 3 years without a trial. What happened was it spilled out to the community itself. They thought this is just a minister was arrested and found not guilty. Who I play the minister. But and once the church church like, all right, this stops now. Now this is going away.
Yeah.
And the head of the Navy at the time was some guy named Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who was going to run for vice president, and he lost. But he swept the whole thing under the rug. He got rid of no one remembers this scandal, but he got rid of everything. And so no one. And it's so interesting how at that time the Spanish flu was going on. The war, a lot of what's going on 100 years later was going on then. And so that's an interesting. But so my friend, it wasn't even me. My friend Steve who wrote the music. He saw it. He lives in Connecticut, but we used to work a lot of theater in Rhode Island. He has ties to Rhode Island. His in-laws are from Rhode Island. So he was watching. He's a teacher, and he was home one day because it was snow. And he's watching a documentary on FDR. And at one point they go, he had to deal with the Newport sex scandal, and that was it. And they moved on. And he's like, what the hell's the Newport sex?
Yeah.
So he looked it up. There's very little written about it.
Oh, there
very little. There's one book that's really hard read because it's pretty graphic.
Oh,
it's pretty graphic. And he said, oh, this could be a musical. I'm like, and he had written five or six songs, sent them to me in raw form. And he's like, we don't know what to do with this. So I just started out helping them move it along. And the next thing I knew, I was completely involved. So
it was very well done.
Wow.
Who casted this?
He did.
Perfectly cast. I mean, what a talented bunch of people.
Yeah.
The girlfriend, cute as a button.
Yeah.
So not the male lead, but the
Christian.
lover.
Yeah. Peterson. Yeah.
Holy
Tremendous.
cow, that kid can sing.
My wife's like, I want to hear him do Superstar because he's got like a rock way about him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where I was going. He even his looks he looks a little bit like Sting, and his range is the same as Sting.
He's got great range.
I turned to my wife and said, I want to see this guy sing The Police. Yeah. I mean, that kid was, he had some voice.
Yeah.
And your songs got big responses.
Yeah.
I do have one, I don't want to say criticism.
You can say criticism.
No, I without giving, I'm going to do my best without giving anything away. But so there were several times throughout the show, Richie said this is 100 years ago. So you had like remember like the old days, like they had, like before TV, like if you went to the theater, they had the like news reports.
Yeah.
Here's what's happening, and April 1st, and 1919. So throughout the show, there was a guy giving those news updates. I think to give you a sense of
it was to give you a sense of what
time,
time, and it gave you the dates of when this happened because it starts in January of 1919, and these guys are in jail till 1921, just sitting in jail, not on trial, not knowing what the hell's happening. So I used it's called newsreels.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Yes.
So what my vision is, we'd have a screen, and you'd see newsreels of, and so I was doing like somebody started a new film company and things like that,
and in sports, Babe Ruth,
and then in local news, and it would always go back to the Newport. That's
all right. So here's what I'm curious about, because
the Babe Ruth thing was cool.
Oh, all of it was
cool.
But
I did a lot of research, Tony. Don't kill me here.
Are you smart?
Oh my God!
Wow. Yeah, my brain would be
because I had
overload.
to see. I would literally look at a date that something happened for in the sex scandal, and then I'd go back in history and look at what went on that date.
Wow.
And if something seemed interesting, I'd put that in.
Yeah.
And one was they were starting the new season of baseball, and the Red Sox had won the World Series the year before.
Which was, you made a good
and I have him say, something tells me there's a lot more to come,
Right.
so like shit funny. Like that, yeah. But go ahead.
So doing the newsreels, and then at one point, the newsreel narrator says, and also I don't know, whatever the number was, 5 sailors were arrested in Newport, for engaging in inappropriate behavior, whatever he says. This is what the whole play was about. So, do you feel if you actually had that scene where they got caught, like, would that be too hard to do?
Well, no,
because that went through my head. Like, what a tremendous dramatic scene that would be to have them getting caught.
There's a song called "Borrowed Time." No, not "Borrowed Time." "Borrowed Time" is when they're already in jail. There's a song called Jesus Christ, not "Hook, Line, and Sinker." Why am I blanking? We have a song. It just didn't show well in a book read. Where you see these guys going off into the darkness of Newport and coming out like unbuckling their pants, and as they do, an MP comes up and arrests them.
Oh, okay.
So that would show really well. It's a good song, and I don't know why I'm blanking on it. I only wrote it.
So you didn't get rid of that. You just felt for the read.
It's in the song.
No,
it was they sang the song.
I
just
see,
don't think it came
there was no
through.
blocking, right?
And again, I'm sitting there going, they're not getting this. They're not getting this. They're not getting this, which is brutal.
Yeah,
brutal.
Well, that's the thing. So when the guy said it in the newsreel, I was like, that's what I was waiting for. That's what I wanted. That's what this is about. I wanted to see that. So I would think that would be a heavy dramatic scene. It is. Getting caught.
It's a song.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I guess I just admitted that I didn't get it at that time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay because that's the problem with readings.
Yeah, but
you can only do so much.
But it's not a problem because I mean,
I had to write that narrator.
Right.
That's not in the play.
It's not like
I had to sit and write that all out because
it's not like you. It's not like you wrote a dramatic read. This was just a showcase. So we get that we did get. So it's cool, and I think that was probably what I was saying the most, and what I was hearing the most was just saying this was good. This was great. The songs are super powerful. I would love to see what the blocking is with these songs, to see the actual play. Which I think definitely a powerful play.
So you're saying about how these men actually got caught.
But like having a scene, or like Richie just described,
not get caught, but arrested for these.
Right, because in the showcase, we didn't see it. It was just people reading, the lines. There was no blocking or anything.
Right.
So I missed it in the song.
Yeah.
So when the newsreel guy said it, I immediately was like, oh, I wanted to see that. Why didn't I just see that? Well, I don't want. This isn't how I wanted to find out.
Oh, I got you.
But apparently they did do it.
We did do it. You missed it. Maybe Keegan was eating over you or something at the time. Because people have asked me, why'd you write this? And I'm like, because I feel...
Great question.
Yeah, I feel that right now, this is the first generation where it's cool to be gay. Like, kids are all...
Yep.
And I don't think that they realize what people went through for hundreds of years. I mean, people in England in the 60s were being arrested for being gay. Going to jail. And... I mean, I'm straight, but I grew up in the theater and watched, even in the 80s, watched my friends trying to come out to their families or whatever, or trying to come to terms with who they are. And now it's like, hey, we're gay. Isn't that cool? It's like, you need to understand what people went through.
Even walking through the city, walking through the city to get there. That was my first time in the city in probably a year or two. I was very surprised how many people. They were just
everywhere you look.
There was gay people everywhere,
holding hands.
I'm not complaining, but I just don't recall the city. Certain parts of the city, like the village and stuff. But as soon as you came out, as soon as you walked out of Madison Square,
I think it's great. I think
I'm not complaining. Doesn't make a difference.
Because even when we were kids, even if you were out, you were still very guarded about.
Oh yeah.
And it's the first time where people are like, hey, we're together. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm like, that's great. Just this story is a terrible story. It's a fucking terrible story.
It is. It's a very
that people
sad
had to
story.
live that way,
Yeah.
and it's and that's a big part of why people go, why'd you write this? It's like,
being part of the theater, I have the love of the theater since I'm a kid, like you and you,
mm-hmm.
And I was in chorus, and everyone said, "You must be gay," You know, right?
dude.
You would almost like it was almost typecast.
Yeah.
You were
But-
it was assumed.
But when you were it,
Right.
boy, did you do well at the parties.
Absolutely. Senior year of high school, because when you're a senior, that's when you get all the leads.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like, all of a sudden,
Yeah.
girls are looking at me.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This is fucking awesome.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. I started in my high school at 15 years old in the chorus of Guys and Dolls.
yeah.
And I didn't know I was the most insecure. A year later, I was playing a lead in No No Nanette and was like, women, here's my number. Let's go out. Women, girls, we were kids, women,
Teachers.
teachers. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You know what? A comic, I don't remember who it was, and I think this is such a great quote. I was at Dangerfields or somewhere, and somebody was saying they were going to this is so long ago, they're like, say, 25th high school reunion. And they were like, I got to go in here. Who's a doctor? Who's a lawyer? Who's doing, I'm working Dangerfields for $25. And this other comic goes, nah, you're wrong. He goes, entertainment trumps all.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He goes,
absolutely.
when you walk in there and you say you're a comedian, they're all going to lose their minds. And he was right.
Yep.
My friend said, holy crap, you were really right. I think it's changed a little now because everybody's got a cousin who's a comedian now. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like, it's
And
amazing.
there's comedy shows everywhere.
It's right. I love
the
when
cow
people,
next door has one tomorrow.
I love when people go, my cousin's a comedian. I'm like, oh, where have they worked? Well, they were at Caroline's. I go, was it on a Monday? Because it's on a Monday, it's an open mic. They're not.
Right.
You don't know what a comedian is.
Yeah.
That's right.
You don't know what It makes me laugh when people. But he's right. Entertainment trumps all. People still.
I've always been a person of service, right? Army. I worked for government, so
Prostitution.
So and I actually have always said, entertainment is a form of service.
Yeah. You're right.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go to my grave saying
You're right.
that because you get up on stage, you write a story. He does comedy. I do whatever I do. You're performing a service for someone.
You're right. And you know what it is though. With being a soldier or something, people go, I don't want to do that, but everybody wants to be a performer, but not everybody is. So it makes it even. There's that. How many people have you had? I could have gotten into acting if I knew the right people. Oh, yeah, I knew everybody. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
So, you're providing a service that everyone thinks they could have done or they can't, I mean, which is interesting. I always find it interesting that people admit they can't sing, they can't dance, they can't act, but everybody thinks they have a sense of humor, and they're wrong.
That's Tony will tell you the funniest thing.
I thought you were going to say Tony's proof of that.
Tony's proof of that. A long-running joke between Tony and I is it's very hard to make me laugh, but but my answer to that is I see many funny things, but when I see something, maybe I take it very cerebrally because I'll hear something and I'll say, oh my God, that was hilarious. Because maybe I see beyond just
some people like
the funniest.
right. Right.
I may not laugh out loud, but I'll say, oh
right.
my God, is that funny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of comics are like that.
Yes. Gage.
People go, comics never laugh. I'm like, we're just sitting in the back going, fuck, that was good. Or,
I always think of Gage. Gage hardly ever laughs. He actually just.
He's a miserable bastard. Nobody. We're using
Well, that's
Gage.
about-
But it cracks
Most
me up
people
though.
call
You
me
say
that.
something funny. Gage was sitting on the couch and hilarious.
Yeah. And
Like,
with that
he
way,
doesn't laugh.
hilarious.
Yeah, he just says the word hilarious.
Yeah.
Like that's almost like his way of laughing. Like it took me a long time to get used to that. I was like, he's not laughing. I'm screwing this up.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, hilarious.
I
I'm
made
like,
him
okay.
laugh once.
Wow.
Here's what
I
happened.
believe it.
Joe Curry is a keyboard player.
Right, yeah.
And I had gone to Joe years ago and said, let's put a band together of comedians.
Oh, that's a great
We'll call it the
idea.
Jesters.
Yeah.
And I said, I sing. I've sung in bands. Well, Joe was like, I don't have time. I got my own band. I don't have time. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I kind of died on the vine. And about a year ago, I'm at out east,
McGuire's?
McGuire's.
Where you
And-
just were last week?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Joe's in the green room, and Gage is in the green room. And Joe says to me, Rich, I've been thinking about what you said. If you still want to do this band thing, let's make it happen. But I want to do it. I'm like, okay, Joe, you know who we could call? We call this whoever we're trying to figure. Gage is sitting there. And I go, you want in? Gage goes, I go, you can play tambourine. You can play tambourine. I go, you can be like the Partridge Family, little daughter. We'll put you in a dress. So Gage goes, yeah, whatever. I'm going to do that. So he goes on stage and he eats it. I mean, he bombs.
Oh, wow.
It was a small crowd. It's he was doing new shit. He comes off stage. He's walking down off stage. I'm going up the aisle and I look at him. I go, you may want to rethink that tambourine. And all you hear is him go, ha ha!
Oh, you made him laugh.
That's fantastic.
You may want to rethink that tambourine gig.
That's very funny.
I love Gage.
Oh, who doesn't? Who doesn't? I have some stuff to show. Video from the day I went there and some pictures.
Oh, cool.
First picture I'm going to show you, though, is I actually owe you an apology because I Googled Newport play Richie Byrne. Okay, I put that in Google. And it'll show up on the screen in a second what actually
took my glasses off.
What actually pops up. I mean, the delay on this screen is like 40 seconds, so it's going to be a little bit before it shows up.
So then they get to watch us staring at the screen.
There it is. All right. So there's a bunch of pictures of you, and on the bottom right is me, and I have no idea why, but
What?
that shocked the shit out of me. I was like, shit, I owe Richie an apology. Like, I Googled Newport, Richie Byrne, and...
That is hysterical.
Yeah.
Why are you there?
I have no idea.
And it's not... where are you on a
Well,
train?
Seriously, that came
I know what it is.
Well, I did my research. I know
Because
what
I
it is.
saw it. That's when you were on the railroad going in, and
Going
you were
in to
talking
see
about
it.
we're going to go see Richie Byrne, which I really appreciated, by the way. It was really sweet.
Well, all right. Well, I'm gonna play the video.
Richie Byrne's been talking about his musical for years now. The day has finally come. We're going to go see it. I think it's the premiere of it. I think. On our way to New York City, Gotham Comedy Club to see what? Oh, Batman. Yeah. Well, we're not. It's almost the same thing. Batman, Richie Byrne. It's almost the same thing. But yes, we're going to Gotham Comedy Club to see the premiere of Newport. Good luck, Richie. Is this where his play is? Madison Square Garden? Is that where the play is?
I think so.
Oh, cool. Gotham Comedy Club.
All right, and then let's see. Here's some pictures. There's Lee at the. We're at Gotham, the historic Gotham Comedy Club.
Wow.
There's a picture. Some pictures of Richie. Some pictures of Richie looking like he's so nervous he's going to pass out. All right, I'm going to wait for the screen to catch up because I want it. There's
That's a nice picture of Lisa with the sign.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So we're looking at the screen now that's on a delay. So there's a picture of Richie in action there for the reading. But now he's gonna have to wait a second because again on a delay. There's another picture I took that I'm very proud of. It's I should put up on a wall and sell it. Look at that picture.
Oh my God.
Mike Keegan, who ended up sitting right next to me by coincidence, and I'm thrilled that he did because we had a great
Wow.
time watching it together.
And he left at intermission.
He did leave. Well, he was performing that night.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
And what I'm going to do now, it's not from the reading. It's from your show back in December where Rosie took video of you singing.
Oh,
songs from
yeah,
your
yeah,
part.
which I-
So I'm going to top it off with that.
Who is this singing?
I give them what they seek. Stations with God, I never sold them my sheep. From my lips to their ears. From my lips to their ears. From my lips to their ears. I bring hope. He
That was nice of Rosie.
Very
That was
nice
nice
voice,
voice.
Richie.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
thank
Richie did a
you.
nice
Do you
job.
take lessons? Do you sing every day? What
No, I used to years ago. I did, but not in years. I haven't taken a
You have a
lesson.
nice tenor voice.
Yeah. I mean, I was doing a lot of theater when I was in the early '90s, late '80s, and then I got really involved with stand up, and it kind of waned. And just I did do I had my own variety show at Gotham Comedy. Well, that's not Gotham, but we did where, and it was I had a manager at the time who said, you know all these singers and actors and musicians, why don't you just bring them all together and do something? I'm like, okay. So we literally, I got like 5 or 6 comics. We wrote sketches, and then I had a band who a lot of them were the band that was in that production, and we would do a variety show like Carol Burnett or so, but everyone could sing, so we used to write sketches and then put music into the sketches.
That's cool.
And it was really cool. And we had this live band, and I'd have a Broadway guest or a music guest and they'd come in and sing. I'd have somebody from TV, mostly soap opera, because my manager at the time she booked soap opera people for private events, personal appearances, and every soap opera actor wants to do comedy. So they were like, once one of them said yes, they were all wanting to do it, which was great. So every 3 or 4 months, we'd do a brand new show, and it was so much work, and we had sets, and it was hard. It was a lot of work, and then I'd have a comic. Before the final sketch, I would always have a comic come out in due time, and they would always make fun of me. Like everybody would, you know what I mean? Like Bill Burr goes, "I'm just out here so Richie could get in the next dress."
I feel that's like a dying art form.
Yeah, it's gone.
Show.
It's
Yeah,
gone. And you know what?
absolutely.
The few people
it's sad to me.
the few industry that I got to
sad.
see it, they were like, "Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over."
I
And I'm
wonder
like,
why.
I mean, several
I
have
don't
tried to bring it back, and it just doesn't work. I don't know why.
I wonder why.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
sad
don't
to
know.
me.
This generation
But now,
doesn't appreciate
Keegan
it.
last night on his show said, what was it, sometime in May, he stole my idea of doing a music and comedy show, and he said you're in it.
yeah, it's the guy from. He's got a
The guy from
AOR,
OAR, yeah.
yeah.
Did you see that, by the way? Because they had this guy in here a few weeks ago.
Yeah, with the
Michael Paris.
playing the guitar, but like a drum.
Almost like a drum, yeah. Did you see it or no?
He showed me the video. Yeah, it's amazing.
It is
It's
amazing. This
Yeah.
guy was fantastic. Mike said you're
So he
doing it.
stole your idea.
Well, remember I said I was going to do a music and comedy show on April 11th, but everybody's booked, and then you and I even talked about doing it, but it's just everybody's booked. Everybody I asked, like, because it's next weekend.
Right. It's next Saturday, right? So
Yeah.
you're not doing it?
No,
Oh, okay.
because governors, they just came to me 2 weeks ago.
In a way, it's better. I got to go to Maryland anyway,
Right. Yeah,
but I was going to
everybody-
make sure I got back for you.
Oh, well, thanks.
was.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah,
I'm working with Mark Riccadonna, who also stole.
that's right. Riccadonna stole, and then last week Carrie was in here and she asked who broke the chair. So of course I told her.
Yeah, so I was going to ask who broke the chair. Oh, is this fella?
Oh God, I don't think so.
All right, so
Keegan was supposed to call in. Why didn't he? Call
is that right?
I told him, hey, call in during lunch, but so far he hasn't.
And you figure, I mean, he gets lunch is like 3 hours for him. You think he'd have time to call.
fat joke.
Sorry, sorry. You gave me the low hanging fruit. I had to do it. All right, what do you want to do? You want to do Beatles trivia or you want to do general rock trivia?
Well, I have an answer, but
Well, I'm going to have you read.
I'm going to read.
Is that all right?
Oh, I don't have my glasses. Yeah, I'll read.
You're gonna beat me. You know more than I do. Let's do Beatles. Let's
Beatles?
do.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
do a little. Can we do both?
Oh, we can do both. All right, so just pick
These
randomly.
Beatles are hard.
Yes, they are. And they're always stupid
They are.
questions.
Like, who
too,
did George play with when he first came to
Right.
America? It was the
What
five
colored
vests.
boots were they wearing in the
Yeah.
Ed Sullivan Show? Like, I don't know that shit. Just ask me about the music. But
Because in '62, I think it was George, or '63. '63. His sister lived in St. Louis or something.
Right,
and
he came to visit
and
her,
he
right.
went to see a band, and he got up with the band and all that. And
right. You want to try my glasses?
Yes.
Yeah.
maybe binoculars.
Does that help you?
No worse.
we got a blind guy to read
No, I don't have my readers.
You be able to pull this off or what?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait. So the green.
The question's on one side, the answer's on the other.
All right.
Wow.
Wow. Apparently, you're not good at this service.
No, I am not. No,
Apparently,
I
it has
am
nothing to
not.
do with the glasses.
Okay.
Can you read?
I can read.
You know how to read? All
Yeah,
right.
I know how
Go,
to read.
go ahead then.
I have this thing that I like to see the answer before I read the question.
Great.
Sorry. What is the first Beatles song heard on the Love album?
Oh,
See,
shit.
I don't know.
I don't know that either. I am going to take a guess.
I don't look at Love as the Beatles. It's, you know what I mean?
Is it because?
No. Is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
He
I
might
hate
have all
him.
these memorized.
No.
He
I'm
might.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's his game. Say
Well, this was given to me by Rosie. Mike, actually, we only opened this up once or twice, me and Mike. And I have not looked at this one at all.
no, let's keep going.
All right.
Okay. What was placed over the microphone to screen the wind during the rooftop concert in Let It Be?
Condoms?
Yeah, that. See, I have no idea.
Even though
Socks?
you're on the right track, but you would think it would be something like that. Something
Like pantyhose, or
Pantyhose.
something?
Pantyhose? Really?
I don't remember that.
I was just about to say, I don't remember that in the movie either. The microphone?
Now I got to go look at it.
Yeah.
The promo clips for Strawberry Fields Forever and Penny Lane made their U.S. debut on what TV
That's
show?
easy. Oh, no.
American
It's American
Bandstand.
Bandstand. Yeah.
And they did it in black and white.
Right?
No?
Ed Sullivan?
One
else
more
is there?
shot.
What else is there? American, you said.
American.
Not American Bandstand?
The promo clips for Strawberry Fields Forever and Penny Lane made their U.S. debuts
Yeah.
on what television program?
Smothers Brothers?
The Hollywood Palace. ABC TV on Saturday, February 25th, 1967.
All right.
All right.
Damn it.
Terrible question.
Okay.
Because I remember seeing an American Bandstand where they talk about Strawberry Fields.
Right, and the kids are
And the kids
complaining.
are all going, "That's nuts. Does it sound like the Beatles?
Right.
It was.
And they
like
look
the
like
Beatles.
old men with
Why
their
are they
mustaches?"
mustaches?
I'm sure Tony's going to get this.
think
one.
about that. Like we're talking about criticism, right?
Yeah.
We just take it for granted that those songs are iconic, but there was literally a time where someone heard that for the first time and went, "No, I don't like it. No, what are they doing? That's you know what? It's
Yep.
fucking wild to me, man."
I watched an interview with Lindsey Buckingham once where he said the first time he ever heard Go Your Own Way on the radio, the DJ come on afterwards said, "That's the new Fleetwood Mac. I'm not really too fond of it. I don't think it's going to go anywhere."
Wow.
Lindsey said he
Are
pulled
you
over.
serious?
He pulled the car over and called. So why didn't you like it? He goes, "I didn't like the beat." Go Your Own Way.
The
One of
beat,
Yeah.
the beat is everything about that song.
Right.
Classic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's the thing. And then, here we are 60 years later. I'm sure that guy is like kicking himself. But yeah, but it's true. Like, what it must have been like to hear certain songs
Yeah, for the first time. Like for us,
It's been in our ether already.
yeah. Oh, this band already, we knew going in, this song's going to be great because I'm telling you, it's been out for years.
Right.
You know what I mean? Imagine hearing Yesterday for the first time. Like, it seems like that's the one song where everybody in the world except John Lennon went, "Wow, that's a great song."
It's true. Yeah, Lennon hated it.
I think.
He liked the residuals.
What Roger Miller song was recorded by Ringo?
Is that the no? No, not the no song. That's
by Ringo.
Isn't that Hoyt
I was
Axton?
thinking, yeah, it's Hoyt Axton.
What Roger Miller song was recorded by Ringo?
King of the Road?
No, it's not King of the Road. Oh, it's something.
You act like you know.
I do. It's
He didn't say yes, so you knew it wasn't King of the Road.
It's something like turn the music down or something.
way off.
Way off. What is it?
Husbands and Wives.
Wait.
I don't know it.
I thought
it's
that
right
was a
here.
Neil. I thought that was a Neil Diamond song.
You ever hear
Green.
Roger Miller wrote a Broadway musical, Big River, based on Huck Finn and Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn. Tremendous. It was great. I saw it on Broadway back in the 80s.
nice.
Nobody remembers it. The music is phenomenal.
Really?
Go look it up. And it was John,
Cena.
no, from the Connors. From, why am I blanking on his name? It's been in everything. Roseanne.
John Goodman.
Oh,
John Goodman played the father. in it and
Really?
stole the show.
John Goodman
Came out, did
one of my
one
favorite
song and
actors.
destroyed. And I'm like, who is it? And I went, and in his Who's Who, I remember this. It said he's going to be starring in a new show called Roseanne this fall.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
Yeah.
Just last night, my son saw Dog Day Afternoon on Broadway.
Did he like it?
He loved it. John Bernthal.
yeah,
explains
John
Two
the-
Bernthal.
actors from The Bear.
Right. Well, they were also in the Punisher together. Those two.
The Punisher.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they're married or something.
No, they're
But,
both tremendous actors.
Yeah, he said it was great. He loved
Really?
it. Yeah. I know. Now I want to go see it myself.
All right.
Yeah, keep going. I want to get some more.
At what
Because we're
venue?
doing so well.
At what venue did the Beatles play in Cincinnati, Ohio?
See, yeah, shit like that. I don't know. Riverfront Stadium? I have no idea.
This is a hard one. Cincinnati Gardens.
Let's do the rock ones. I'm telling you, the beat. You think you know the beat? Like I know.
No, I think you guys might get this one.
Okay.
What is the B side to the George single Bangladesh? What is the B side to George's single Bangladesh?
Okay, it's probably something popular if you're saying. Now I think you're regretting saying. I think you guys will get this one.
Yeah, I am regretting it.
Bangladesh.
No idea.
Is it? Is it? What is life?
Deep Blue.
Deep Blue. Nah, see that. Those are the kinds
I'm
of
going to
questions
give you
I
a
usually
question
get.
that's going to be a joke
Damn
because it was brought up earlier in the program. You'll get it after the question. What band provided the instrumental backing on the demo of How Do You Do It given to the Beatles?
What band does the demo?
What band provided the instrumental backing on the demo of How Do You Do It given to the Beatles? How do you do it?
How do you do it?
The Beatles
'cause
recorded it, but never put it out.
They didn't want right.
So
So-
You're
would
going
be-
to kick yourself.
So Jerry and the Pacemakers put it out.
You're going to kick yourself.
Who provided the instrumental backing? The Beatles.
Backing on the demo of How Do You Do It
The Beatles.
given to the Beatles. Nope.
Jerry and the Pacemakers?
Not even close.
Who?
The band was mentioned in the program earlier.
The band was mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Not
No, Yes wasn't around yet.
Rory
You,
Storm and the
you
Hurricanes.
mentioned it at the Suffolk Theater.
What band from that?
At the Suffolk Theater. What band did I mention? Oh, Dave Clark 5?
Yes. That's the answer. Dave Clark. The
I
Dave
never
Clark
heard
Five.
of
that.
I got to go research that now.
Well, it's on the thing.
All right. I
Never
believe
knew
you.
that.
I never heard that. Ever. Wow. All right.
The promotional copies of Capitol's Real Music LP
Yeah.
were pressed in what color vinyl?
I'm going to say yellow.
I'm going to say it's not yellow. 'Cause
You're on the right track.
Orange.
It's not orange.
Yellowish. I don't know what that means. You're on the right track.
Gold. Translucent gold.
Wow.
Go to the other ones. This is brutal.
I'll give you a hard one.
You'll give us a hard one?
Damn.
In Help.
I love that movie.
In Help, what music is heard on the soundtrack as Clang celebrates the destruction of the Beatles' tank? This is a hard question.
I haven't seen Help since like 1968.
To me,
You can't get it. I could.
I don't know if
I have it,
anybody
yeah.
would get
You have it? You have it like on a. How do you have it?
DVD or Blu-ray, one of them.
I've never. I tried to go on like a Fire Stick and they have like a really weird on YouTube kind of thing that sucks. And I've wanted to watch Help for so many years. Hard Day's Night's on all the time.
Hard Day's Night is fantastic.
And it's the greatest, one of the greatest movies ever made.
Yeah.
By far.
This is a hard question.
Yeah.
You want a hint?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's classical music.
Okay, it is. He's right. I wouldn't know.
No, I remember the scene. I just
Yeah,
can't
me too.
place the song, but I think that movie's right up there with The Naked Gun. It cracks me up.
Help?
Yes. I laugh my ass off at that movie.
Let's go back and get him, eh?
When the girl's trying to pull the ring off his finger and he falls to the floor, and then Lennon's like, because it's in the middle of the night. So Ringo like wakes Lennon up and accuses him of trying to do it, and Lennon's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he goes, what are you doing on the floor? I'm tired. It just cracks me up.
It's 1812 Overture by Tchaikovsky.
Yeah.
Wow, these are hard questions.
Those are hard. All right, so let's see. So we did those. I don't know where we left off on this thing, but all right. Well, here you go. We'll go with this. And I saw the word Beatles, so we'll start with Beatles on there, and we'll screw that one up too.
Let's just move over to another Beatles.
Did you read this first before you handed it?
No,
Just the answer. Not the whole thing.
Match the Beatle with the character he was given to play in the planned adaptation of Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
Forget it.
Wow, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that much, but what characters? No idea.
Let's give it a shot.
If you think about it.
I don't really know Lord of the Rings.
Me neither. I don't know it at all. You do.
I wish you had a trivia game about that.
I don't.
Oh, every time I see my son.
Why would he?
He breaks out his phone. He cannot stump me.
Really?
No.
All right, give me the Lord of the Rings character.
There's Frodo. There's
Nobody meet from there. Are you saying the maps?
Okay. No, but if you look at like John,
just name random characters.
John, Ringo, Paul, and George, right? If you think about
I
it,
think you knew that much.
Right.
No,
like
if
Ringo was Frodo.
Can you let me finish, please? If you think about it, I think it makes sense in my mind because I know Lord of the Rings.
Well, read it. Give me a name of a Lord of the Rings.
We told you to read it.
There's got to only be 4 characters.
We meant read it out loud.
Give it.
Well, I can't give you the answer.
No, but you could give us the name of the character, and we could decide who played it.
Oh,
Which
you want
Beatle?
it that way? All
Yeah.
right, it's supposed to be
Like I can't go. Well,
It's
John
supposed to
played.
be-
I don't know Lord of the
All right,
Rings, but
so-
if you say the character, I might know the character.
Okay, Frodo.
Ringo,
No.
George.
Yoko.
No, Yoko's not on there. This is actually a great question.
Okay, Paul.
Nope. You're down to one, buddy.
Stu Sutcliffe. All right, so John
No,
would have been
it's
Frodo.
John would be Frodo, and Frodo
I don't know.
is a young hobbit who is destined to carry this one ring down to Mount Doom to destroy it. So he's full of courage, and just like how John oozed hope, Frodo oozes hope, and he's full of courage. So that kind of makes sense. Now Ringo.
We're doing it again, where he's reading to himself.
No, okay.
I don't think he understands what a
Gandalf.
podcast
All right,
is.
Gandalf.
It's not a mime podcast.
That would be George.
Gandalf is a wizard.
George.
No.
I suck at this.
Everything I'm reading now, I get. I'm getting them as I'm sitting here reading these.
Give me one. Because,
What American Beatle album opens with "I Saw Her Standing There"?
oh my God, seriously? What American Meet the Beatles?
Oh yeah, that's no.
Not American Beatles.
No, that's I Want to Hold Your Hand. Introducing
No.
the Beatles.
No.
Introducing the Beatles on VJ. Meet the Beatles opens with "I Want to Hold Your Hand."
Yeah, you're right.
The fucking am, right?
And I look at how sure I was. I'm all thrown by Frodo.
What was the name of John's band from 1957 through early 1960?
Well,
The Sex
the
Dolls.
Quarrymen, I guess, right? The Quarrymen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now we're
It could have
getting
been the Silver Beatles, but
I picked the
who
hard
plays the piano solo
get out.
on "Lovely Rita." See, I knew this one.
Unlovely Reader?
Yeah.
I would think it. Is it George Martin?
See?
Okay.
Now we're getting them.
Can I do one more?
Of course you can. I'll put this away. Go ahead.
I'm 0 for 2.
So let's do more Lord
I
of the
can
Rings.
only go 500 at this point.
It's only 2 more Beatles.
After a string of commercial flops, which rock star was sued by his own record company for making
John Fogerty.
unprecedented
Yep.
music? A. Van Morrison. B. Bob Dylan. C. Neil Young.
Neil Young.
D. Leonard Cohen.
Neil Young.
It's not
Neil
Dylan?
Young.
It was Neil Young? Is it Neil Young?
What the hell is the answer on this thing?
What's that? Right there.
Oh, God.
It's upside down.
It's Neil Young.
That is correct, sir.
Finally. And
You have 500.
he was going to play Frodo.
But he insisted on changing the character to Young-O.
Don't make fun of Lord of the Rings, please.
Is the same cast that did this reading? Are they the ones like when it's gonna be a full-fledged play? Or is it the same people? Or you haven't gotten that far?
No, we don't know. I mean, this could take another 5 years.
Yeah, true. So
You know.
all right, so I don't know if you're even able to divulge this information, but did any interest come out of these showcases?
Yeah. Not from the people I really wanted, but there are people going. But it's the whole, I got to call this other person and they got to, what do you have? Do you have music? Do you have a recording? And we don't have a lot of that. So we got to put all that together and get it out to people because you know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean.
So we'll see.
Damn. Well,
And it needs a rewrite. We're going back in the drawing board too. So
Really?
Yeah.
Were there people that
Not a
had
rewrite,
criticism?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Was that? Oh.
Anything that you were like, "Fuck you," or you
No.
or you took it and you're like, "All right, it's not a bad point."
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, no, nothing.
Yeah, no. Which one is it?
I think that people, there were a few people like, "Hey, man, wow, your voice was tremendous. Your voice is tremendous." I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't do this for my voice. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think of the show?" So I took that to mean they probably didn't like the show.
Oh, all right.
And you go, the lighting was really good. Wow.
But no, I mean, sometimes a certain performance, someone's certain performance can enhance the show. So that
Yeah.
Like, that's a great compliment. Your voice was powerful.
yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one girl from my acting class she was like, well, I've been in that class almost 3 years, and I've known this kid since, and she's like, what? How is it that we don't know you can sing like that?
Wow. Yeah.
I'm like, because I don't care. She goes, well, that's stupid. She was like, she's 24. That's stupid. That's really stupid. Why is it in your act? And I go, because comics look down on, well, that's stupid too. What do you do? Whatever comic, because back in the 90s, I had some music in my act.
Yeah.
And it was all a cappella. I didn't go with
Right.
any. And like comics would like, what are you doing that for? Don't do that. Don't do
Why?
that.
Why? Yeah.
Is it like prop comics? Like you
Yeah,
like
it's
using?
looked down. It was looked down.
I'm
on.
surprised.
Like guitar acts, and now it's all. Zach Galifianakis, and there's a bunch of them who use music. So
Yeah, but I'll be honest. I still hear it around here sometimes. Here comes that guy with his guitar.
yeah. And
Oh, yeah.
I shouldn't have let it bother me then, but I did, and I dropped it.
Yeah.
And I even had a comedy teacher who said to me early, like 1990, said, dude, if you have a talent that you can showcase, get it in your act.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And he was right. And then I got up, especially in the 90s. You weren't really in comedy yet, right? Were you?
I was doing the murder mysteries,
There
but
was
I wasn't
a lot
around
of,
here.
if you took the mic out of the stand, you were a hack.
Yeah. Right.
Everybody talked like this. And I wasn't that. I was very,
Right.
so,
The 90s is a weird time, in
was
my
a
opinion.
very weird time
And
for
I know
comedy.
we're supposed to be ending. Yeah, we've talked about it before. To me, Seinfeld, genius, love him, but he became so big that every comedian was trying to do that.
yeah. But you know what?
And that's you still see that to a certain degree today.
Joey Diaz, you know Joey?
I know who he is.
Joey Diaz came up to me, and this was 1998, and he said, you got this timbre in your voice where you can go up here,
Yeah.
and you're not, he goes, if you ever find that, you're going to kill.
Oh,
and I
that's
go,
a good- yeah.
no, but I go,
Wow.
no, I have it.
You do have it,
and
yeah.
he goes, well, why don't you use it? I go, because it's a trick. If I do that, it's like I'm telling the audience this is where you laugh. And he goes, go watch Seinfeld. And I never realized how much he did. And I'm like, oh my God, and Joey was like, you're out of your mind. And then I started to do it, and it helped me a lot.
Absolutely, yes.
And I owe that to Joey Diaz, because I used to fight that because as a singer I knew how to, and Joey Diaz was like, you're out of your mind. He said, go watch Seinfeld.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And he was absolutely right. And at that time you thought everybody talked like this. And you realize that's not really. Look at Louis Black. I mean, look, and in the early 2000s, Louis Black was that, and he was, and you're like, oh my God, it went in the 80s. It was Kinnison,
Right.
and then, but that 90s point that if you did anything even a little bit, comics looked down on you so much. And I remember going, aren't we entertainers? Aren't we?
Right.
I
remember. And
now they don't care.
Right. Well, again, they still do to a certain
the
degree.
Comics do, but maybe I don't care. But I'm like, she's
You're
like,
not everybody.
well, you got to put music back in your act. I go, you know how much work that is?
Singing to me, my music teacher says, singing is like an invitation to someone's soul.
Yeah, I've heard that
and
before.
that little clip that I've heard of you, I saw who you are as a person just by singing is that powerful. Well, you don't know how to sing.
I don't. You don't want to hear that.
What, you were in the service for how long?
10 years.
What division?
Army.
Thank you.
So I was in Desert Storm.
Thank you.
And then my
Yeah.
son
Twice.
talked me into going back in the reserves in 2008, and I went to Iraq
Really?
with him. He was active duty. We were in Iraq at the same time, about 5-month overlap.
I did a tour in 2000 around the Comics on Duty.
Nice.
We went all over Europe doing military bases.
When?
Like
2000,
2001, around
Because
there.
I was in Germany.
And we went to
earlier
Germany,
than that.
and they were doing it to set it up to go to Afghanistan. And when it finally went to Afghanistan, apparently it was tough. But I had gotten on The Sopranos I couldn't go. I had to do The Sopranos. And guys are like, oh, you went to Spain, you went to Germany, you went to Italy, but Afghanistan, you got The Sopranos?
Rick Adana went to Afghanistan, didn't
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a bit about it, too.
Right, yeah.
Wow, does he?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
would love
About
to
being
do
on
something
the
for
helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
Year.
It was really cool.
Got to be about 10 years ago. There's what's in Dallas? There's a big base down there.
Fort Hood.
Fort Hood. That is it. They called me completely out of nowhere. They called me about coming in and doing a murder mystery. I was like, yeah. I said, I'll work out the best I could possibly work out with you guys. I would love to do this. And then I never heard back. I even called them back 2 or 3 times. Nothing.
Have you ever
I was so
contacted
upset.
like Fort Hamilton here or Fort Totten? The big little
Yeah,
army
sure.
base around here?
I didn't even think to do that.
Yeah, I never thought about it either.
I would love to do
Yeah.
a murder mystery for the troops. That would be fun.
It's funny, during Iraq they would put you on a 4-day weekend pass, but it was right there on the fob, right? And it was called Freedom Rest, and it was just like an army barracks, but it had any food you wanted, and there would be a comic every night. But I don't
Every night.
every night. So I was there 3 nights, and there was entertainment every night, and there was always a comic, but I don't recall.
There used to be a club upstate, and you went up, you did the club Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but you went up on Thursday and did a military base up there, and it got out of hand. Especially to the opening act. It was 2 acts, and the opening act they treated so badly, and I was headlining, and the next day I had to do radio in the area, or local radio, and I made a comment about how embarrassing it was. I go, I would hate to think that they're going overseas and acting like that. Like,
Oh, wow.
and one of the big wigs heard this and called the club owner and said, there will never be an incident again. And then from then on, I don't know what they did, but these guys would sit and never laughed. And nobody, and then somebody goes, Richie Byrne ruined this whole fucking thing because they were like, I don't know what he did, but he was livid, and he told the owner, he goes, tell your comics never talk about. If you have a problem, you come to me. Don't ever talk on the radio again. But I apparently ruined the whole. They stopped doing it. I like ruined the whole thing. Yeah.
What year was that?
This was late. This was mid '90s.
Every time he goes back, he shows up on stage. They turn their back.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you where. Off,
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't need any more problems. But it was pretty funny. Like a week later, nobody. They were like at attention in their seats. Nobody laughed. Nobody did anything.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for being a buzzkill to the soldiers up there, Rich. All right. It is time for us to get out of here. Be on the lookout for Newport. That's
we'll see.
I guess next you're gonna do some rewrites and then
Yeah,
anything planned beyond that or no? Not yet.
No,
Okay.
we're working on. We'll see.
Well,
maybe some festivals.
I wish you all the best with it because I thought it was.
Thank you for
I thought it was
coming.
great.
Thank you for supporting it.
And yeah, actually,
really
before
good
we
to
go,
us.
I wanted to thank you because you said to me that night when I was leaving, you thanked me for coming and you thanked me for bringing you in here to promote it, and then you said something about how you felt being in here helped put some asses in the seats, and that meant everything to me because
it did.
Sometimes I wonder,
Well, it was
if
only one
anybody's
S, but it was Mike Keegan.
Well, that counts for two. Sorry, Mike. Sorry.
Well, really quick. One.
Yeah.
So, 3 nights before the shows, we're going to do the show. 3-4 nights before.
Yeah.
I get a text from Roach. Send me the information for your show. Okay. I send him the flyer. I'm buying my ticket now.
Yeah.
Okay. He goes on social media, puts up the flyer. Go see Richie Byrne.
Yeah, I saw.
Couldn't have done more for me. Didn't show up.
I'll take that even further. I texted him that Friday. What day you going to Richie's thing? He wrote back, Sunday afternoon. And that's when I had my tickets. I'm like,
He better be dead.
Well, he better be because he stopped doing his show on this station. So he fucking better be dead. Son of a bitch.
Nobody likes you, Chris. Nobody likes you. Oh my God. Everybody tolerated you because you were on a TV show.
That's right. And now it's
when he got this is a great story. I was doing a show. What was that steakhouse that Darcy booked? Frank's Steakhouse.
Oh, Frank's in Jericho.
Yeah. So the day he got cast in Kevin's show, we had a show that night at Frank's, and we're sitting at dinner, and I think it was Eric Haft. Some guy, hey, did you guys hear Chris Roach? Kevin James. He's going to play like a regular part. He's going to have and I think Eric goes, good for him, man. He deserves it. And I go, fuck him. I go, you know who deserves it? I deserve it. Half the people in this room deserve it. So fuck Chris Roach. And he got back to him and he called me, God, that was the funniest thing I heard what you said. It was so funny.
And that's the best thing about comedians. You can say stuff like that.
Fuck.
The civilians would have been like,
yeah. I'm like, Eric, he's not here. You don't have to talk nice. We're all jealous.
right.
To his face, well, Chris, it's great, but fuck him.
Now he's back where he belongs, playing pizza places.
And you know what I find myself doing? You know what I find? Yeah, right. That tells you a lot about this business, right? I mean, he's back doing, and he's one of the best comics out there.
Absolutely,
one of the best comics by far.
By far, yeah.
A dick, but one of the best. I do something that I hate. I hate it so much. And when I hear myself do it, I get like somebody be on TV, and I'll go, yeah, he used to open for me. And I go, oh, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to, but you know what I mean? You find it like people, do you know him? Well, he used to open for me.
Yep.
And, but it drives me crazy, you know?
It actually bothered me. It's funny you say that
because I don't want to be that guy.
When Joey Cola did the Tonight Show, with Fallon, or was it the Late Show when Fallon?
With Fallon, it was the Late Show because I was there.
Okay.
Joey brought his. You want to hear this?
Yeah.
I always do this to you every time. At 12:30, I light up. Joey, this is talk about good karma. Joey brought me in to do the warm up for the Dr. Oz show.
Right.
I was going to be. Joey got me that gig, which I'll always be indebted to him for.
Of course.
And Dr. Oz at that time was going to shoot across the hall from Fallon. So we went in Joey was going to do the first day. And so I was going to take notes. And he did the first show. And in between shows, he walked out in the hall, and Fallon saw him and went berserk. Why are you here, Joey Cole? Oh, my God. We got to get him on the show. Within like 3 weeks, he was on the show.
Wow.
And it was all because he brought me in to Dr. Oz. And you look at that and go, that's karma, man.
But
this guy was so good to me, and
Oh,
it passed,
sure.
and Jimmy passed. Nobody ever asked me to do it, Fallon.
Well, you did, Rosie.
I did, but I'm just saying, I was right across the hall, Jim.
But that's the thing, to your point about, that guy opened for me. Fallon did that in his introduction for Joey.
Yeah.
I used to open for this guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. To me, that took away from it. Like,
Did it?
Yeah,
'Cause
like you're kind of saying, like, now look at me. I opened for him, but now I'm
'Cause
introducing him on my show.
Lisa Lampanelli came on the Dr. Oz show, and we were very close. Very close. And during the break, she was telling the audience, I used to open for him. And she was telling him, he gave me a lot of advice. I go, yeah, my advice was stop doing what you're doing. That was my advice. And within 6 months, you blew up.
Right.
And I told her, no one's going to hire you. No. And she did. She goes, I was going to tell that story. I was going to tell that story. I go, now she's a big star, and I'm warming up for this guy.
I saw her at Radio City once.
Yeah.
Years ago.
She was a powerhouse.
Yeah.
At that time, she was a powerhouse. Yeah, she called her own mother.
And
There's my mother. She's a cunt.
Yeah.
That's what she said?
Yeah.
That's
When she got,
It was hilarious.
I was very flattered by this. When she got her first roast, Chevy Chase, it was. They had a big party. Her family had a big party in Connecticut. And they only invited like 3 comics, and I was one.
Oh, nice.
And I was really flattered by that.
I gave her credit for saying, okay, I've had enough of this, and I'm walking
Oh,
away.
I do too.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And then a buddy of mine who lives in like the Westchester area, but Westchester, Connecticut's all close. He does, local regional theater up there. He's done a few shows with her.
Yeah,
She
Yeah.
walked away enjoying her money, enjoying
Yeah.
her life, and I feel like acting in a play. So
She
she's
wanted-
doing local
she-
regional
Wow.
theater.
Her
Yeah.
original thought was, I want to be a manager. She was going to manage people.
Yeah,
I don't know
maybe
what
somebody
happened
told
with
me that. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
remember
I
hearing
told
that.
you, but that was because I remember sitting with her, and she's like, I'm getting out in 6 years, whatever it was. And I'm like, no, you're not. No, I am. I'm getting out. I think she saw the handwriting on the wall with how politically correct everyone was.
Sure.
being.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they were starting to turn on her towards the end.
I don't know. I just know that I always wondered if she stayed, would they have grandfathered her in? Like, it's okay because it's Lisa.
Right. Yeah.
Even Rickles took a lot of blowback. It was, but like the Lettermans of the world were great to Rickles. They kept bringing him on, and
Right.
and you could even see like Rickles would do jokes, and you'd hear the audience go,
Yes.
You
Yes.
felt it coming.
Yep.
You felt it coming, and then it just when the floodgates opened, it was like wow.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of gone away now. People are like a little bit more like, all right, let's relax.
They're getting there. Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
It's changing.
Yeah.
Back.
Little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You got any gigs you want to promote other than Keegan's music and comedy?
And his pie eating contest.
What?
That was a fat joke.
Oh.
Mike's just big boned.
He had Jigs McDonald on his show last night.
I know. Oh, I went to dinner with him before the show.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Oh, you
because we
should've
to
just
talk
come in.
about this thing that me, him, and Heft.
Right.
What
Yeah.
the- I'm doing Fox Hollow for Carrie in a few weeks. Is
very
that
nice.
something to promote?
Well, you just said it. so-
Are they going to get mad at me?
yes,
here?
but
Oh,
you
really?
already said it. So.
Well, I'm not booked here, so if I'm, is
All
that
right.
all I'm allowed
Well,
to say?
Where can they go to find your dates? How about that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's a reason I'm nowhere in this business, Tony. I am the worst business person ever.
If anybody needs an intern, it's you.
Oh God, yes.
Just
Yeah.
see, it would work out perfectly. You don't need to come over. You just in your college dorm, go on the socials and post my dates. And I'll sign off anything you want me to sign, so you get your credit. That's what you need to do. Go over to Hofstra, call somebody over there, get an intern to do your social media. Because the idea is to get people to come see you. That is.
I am the opposite of Chris Monty. Like every morning you wake up and you go, "Oh, gee, where's Chris Monty working today?"
Chris Monty. How about Hirschman? That guy posts like every 15 minutes.
And he doesn't even have an act.
You're talking about Hershey and the Keys guy?
Yeah, Mark Hirschman. He's like a teenage girl. That guy, it's like every 15 minutes, it's another post. I don't know how he gets anything done during the day.
Yeah.
He is constantly
By the
posting.
way, he wrote me the day after Newport finished and said, "How can Mike and I help?"
Well,
and I said,
"That's perfect.
Well, you should have shown up."
He helped by not showing up.
And I said, Tony Walker had me on his show to promote it. Nobody asked me to be on your show, And he's like, and Keegan goes, I think he felt guilty because Keegan said, "You should have went. You should have went. Why didn't you go?" So he goes, "But you did nothing to relieve him of that guilt. You just like."
Last night, I'm gonna end with this because we got to get out of here. But they're talking to Jiggs. I know. Jiggs McDonald is, Jiggs McDonald, legendary sportscaster with the Islanders. Of
course.
Hirschman's sitting there, Keegan's sitting there, and I'm here, and I'm not on camera, thank goodness. I'm doing my thing. All of a sudden, I hear, and sure enough, I see Hirschman just kind of do a quick. And then I'm sitting here. I am not making this up.
Oh, my God.
I am not making this up. I was sitting right here, and I refused to look at him, but now I'm looking at him on here, and I just see Keegan like this. I am tears are actually falling down my face. I'm just sitting here like this.
He's disgusting.
We have
dinner was good.
Apparently. We have like a little ritual where after the show, me and Keegan just explode, and Hirschman gets all mad at us. And totally. But he couldn't even wait till after the show, and it wasn't.
No, we ate a lot of food.
It wasn't just like a little. It was like. Like what the?
A few months ago, we had a gig in like Maryland. It was far. It was like a 7-hour drive or something, right? And I got him to open for me so he could drive, right? And he drove the whole way.
Okay.
And I'm like, Mike, I can drive. No, he drove the whole way. We do the show and we have rooms, but I convince him, I want to get home. Mike, it's 10 o'clock at night. We could be home by 5 in the morning. So he gets back in the car and we start heading home. And he's driving the whole way. By 2 in the morning, he is so fed up with me. He's just had it with me. And we pull into a gas station and we literally get out of the car. We're like, yo, I'll leave you fucking here. I swear to God, I'll leave you on that street. You keep talking. Like we're screaming like a married couple. And he's that mad. And I'm like, well, if you let me drive, you go to sleep. Fuck you. Why did we drive home? And he's screaming at me. You see the guy, oh my God, my friends, So we get, he puts in the gas, I pick up water, whatever, and we go to get in the car, and I open the car door, and I go, oh my God, this car smells equally of both our asses. And he just dropped like these two in the gas, and he goes, I go, no, it's unbelievable. It has the same scent of both of us equally. And we said we were best friends again.
I was doing a murder mystery a few years ago. We're in the center, like a dance floor in the middle, and all the tables are around us. Because we're audience interactive. Well, and we're doing the show, and we're in the middle of it. But I feel one coming. I'm like, shit. So I'm just still going through the lines.
What a way to go out!
Oh yeah.
And I just kind of like let it come out, but it was soft. Right, and I'm just saying lines, and there's just this one little. No. Well, that actually, I have a story like that too, but it was just like one of those moments where it's just like silence for just a second. But I had already farted, I already let it out. But when it got quiet like that, from the back corner of the room, I just hear, "I heard that," an audience member. I heard that, and I looked at him, and he points at me. I was like, "Son of a bitch!"
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's great.
There was another one. Patchogue Fire Department. I'll never forget it. My business partner and I were the room we were playing in was upstairs. So we're walking, and I'm walking up the stairs. My business partner at the time, Eric, he's walking behind me, so my ass is right in his face. And as I'm walking, I'm thinking to myself, man, I wish I could blow a fart right in his face right now. That would be awesome. So I start like pushing, trying to make it happen, and yeah, Shart. I'm like, son of a bitch. So yeah, I actually gave.
I have a story about that I'm not allowed to tell on the air.
Really?
Yeah.
I gave one of the cast members, Sal. I gave him some money. I said, take my car. I gave him my keys. I said, please find a store and get me some new underwear. And he did. He went and got me new underwear.
Let's just put it this way: my brothers won't let me tell this story ever, and it's if
yeah.
Let's go off the air. I'll tell you.
All right. Hey, it's time to go. Like 20 minutes ago. We'd like to thank Richie for coming in. Always a great time.
I showed up talking about some gay scandal that should have never happened, and we ended with farts.
See? That's you're writing off Broadway plays.
You
and,
got beaver nuggets though.
Yeah, see, this will fight the fart.
Is it a spray?
Beaver nugget freshening room mist
From Buc-ee's.
Nice.
Mike, thanks for being here. It's good to see you finally.
Good to see
Been a
you.
few weeks off.
Yes.
And you started your rehearsals for You Can't Take It With You,
Yes.
which is going to be playing Playcrafters out in Bellport.
Yes.
When is that? May?
May 29th and June, the weekend of June 7th.
Nice. Good luck.
And I'm
Keep
doing
us
a show
updated
for you
there.
next weekend.
What happened? Yeah, that's right. You're doing a murder mystery with me next weekend.
Yes, sir.
A woman contacts me asking to do a murder mystery. It's a private party, a birthday party. I'm giving all the details. We're going back and forth. She goes, yeah, I think I'm going to go with you. She goes, but by the way, do you know a comedian named Chris Roach? I'm like, yeah. And it was a Tuesday, and he was still doing a show here at the time. And I said, yeah, I'm actually going to see him in a little while. She goes, well, we're celebrating 2 birthdays. One of them is his sister. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
So Chris Roach will be there.
Wow.
And I'm going to punch him when I see him because he left. But, yeah,
Tell
so that'll
him
be fun.
I'm mad at him because he didn't go to Newport.
That's right. I will tell him. And I hope he controls himself because Bosie will be in a dress at that show. So control yourself. All right.
Why? What do you mean at that show?
Well, yeah, every day of his life. But Jeff plays my daughter in this particular show. All right, time to go. It's 1 o'clock. What's happening today? We got Circling the Drain tonight at 7. Coffee with the Dog at 9 a.m. And I'll be back here tomorrow with my brother. Musicians Rory Kelly and Christine Sweeney will be joining us tomorrow. Friday, Rosie will be here, and I'll yell at her for you on
Yes.
Friday as well. And Mike Dell'Aquila will be joining us. Great comedian. All right. That's what's happening here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. And of course, Knock 'em Dead Comedy. Yeah, we're performing at the private party. We're also performing. What do I do with it? Where's my graphic? There it is. Let me throw it up here. April 25th at the Brokerage. We're doing our mob-themed murder mystery show. Audience interactive, comedic. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a mob-themed show. Come join us at the Brokerage. It's the late show on April 25th. So showtime is 9:45. But it's a Saturday night, so stay out, you sons of bitches, and come see us. That'll entice you to come, me calling you names. KnockEmDeadComedy.com. And, of course, last but not least, the clubs. Governors and the Giggle Room here in Levittown, the Brokerage in Belmore, McGuire's out in Bohemia. Some of the comedians you'll see on the Governor's stage this weekend. Anthony Rodiaz doing 18 shows Friday and Saturday at Governor's. Teddy Smith is in the Giggle Room on Saturday. Sean Donnelly is playing McGuire's Friday and Saturday. Also on Saturday at McGuire's, Rob White, Mike Ellison, Terry McNeely. Those are just some of the names you'll see on the Governor's stage this week.
I was at McGuire's 2 weeks ago. It was great.
Yeah, it was good.
Small crowd, but really cool crowd. What a fun crowd.
Well, of course, it's Richie Byrne. That's it. All right, we're getting out of here. Everybody have a great day. Circling the Drain tonight at 7, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, gentlemen, once again. And that's it. We are...